man right here, 11 women. A sickening act. This happened in Cleveland, Ohio. He done some horrible, horrible things. When I say horrible, I mean horrible. Like violating the corpse. What he did to them, it just was a pitiful story. And my heart go out to the victim family. Rest in peace to all the women. But he was sentenced to the death penalty, and he wound up the messed up part. He didn't suffer long because he came to his demise while he was doing the time. But y'all need to check it out. The Cleveland Strangler. That's what, and he have another name, but you can check it out. Jerry Frazier is the one being interrogated. He was an old roommate at the time. He allegedly didn't know what was going on at the time of the crime.
Date of birth 11/27/66, right?
Yeah.
And social is. You got an address?
Sitting over at Lori's house, 12504 Benwood.
Hold on, let me put this in.
I don't know the zip code.
12504
Yeah, Benwood.
Benwood.
Yeah.
That's the best typers in the world, but I get you out of here. You single, man?
Yeah.
And what's the telephone number?
Ain't no phone there. Her cell phone number is 904-3134.
904-3124.
Yeah. 34.
34. Yeah, I'm gonna take you over there to the prosecutor and you can get this out of the way. You can meet him, he can meet you. And then any questions you want to ask him, you can ask him. Good guy, man. And then he can ask you a question, you know. But get it on out the way and stuff, okay?
All right.
I already had set of questions to ask you from the initial appointment to take your statement. Is it true that you resided with Anthony Sowell at the address of 12205 Imperial for a short time?
Yeah.
How did you meet Anthony Sowell?
I met him from my sister.
From Lori?
Yeah. Yeah, from Lori.
I met him from my sisters. From my sister. Lori. Okay.
You want a cigarette, man? You smoke?
Yeah, let me have one. Right.
How long and to what extent did you reside with him at that address?
Well, at one point in time, I was gonna rent a room from him, but I didn't even stay. I just left.
Okay. So the question was, how long and to what extent did you reside with him at that address? And you said at one point in time I was going to rent a room from him, but I didn't stay. I just left, right?
Right.
But you stayed there for a while. How long a while did you think you stayed there?
So
Months?
sometimes I wouldn't even go over there for weeks and months.
Uh-huh.
I was just there, like, most of the time I would come for the weekend. We would just get high and party.
So most of it on the weekends?
Right.
And it started out about what time, what year, about what month or so? You would
You
think?
know, I can't really,
2007? 6?
I think it's 2007. I think that's when we got up out of here, I think. 2007. Because I think, I can't remember if my mother had died or my mother died right after that. My mother was there for a couple of years, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know, see, when she went back to him, she decided to stay sober. Okay?
Lori?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she decided to stay sober.
Mm-hmm.
So when this drinking and drugging got out of control, I was over there then, and that's when she finally just said, "Come on, Jerry, I'm leaving." And that was it. The next thing I know, all this crazy shit started
So
popping
this,
up about him.
was this in 2009?
She been separated from him for a while. That
Yeah.
much I know.
I think she, if I recall, she
It was like
She got arrested in, was it June of 2009 or was that 2008? You remember?
No, I think that had to be 2008.
Okay.
I think that had to be 2008.
Okay.
So I stayed with him mostly on the weekends. On what year?
I wouldn't, cause see, at one point in time I didn't like him because of the way he had a real nasty attitude. So
Okay.
I can't remember. I can't really actually remember.
What year that was when you?
Let me see. I used to go over there. Only time I went over there is when I was having problems elsewhere. But like I say, the longest I ever stayed there when she wasn't there was probably a week. But then I didn't stay that long because he just got crazy, man. He get real wild. We getting high. He get to screaming at the top of his lungs and get the foaming at the mouth and shit. So I figured, no, it's time for me to go for somebody to get hurt up here. You know what I'm saying?
So let's do this. That's good. Let's try to solidify what year this was. Okay. So the question was, did you stay there at the point in time? How did you stay there? To what extent? You said one point in time I was going to rent a room from him.
Right.
But I didn't stay. I just left. I stayed with him mostly on the weekends. During what year?
Well, it was off and on. It was off and on from the time that she was with him. From the time that she was with him to the time she left, I was there off and
So
on.
she hooked up with him about what year?
Go back. I don't know. Go back to the day when he first got released from prison. That's when she met him. The day he was released from prison, I think she met him the next day and moved in.
So you, from that time forward, periodically on the weekends, you would go.
No, it was longer than that. I went over there and I met him. I spent the night. That's when his mother-in-law, son was still living there.
Okay.
That's
Right.
stepmom
Yeah.
downstairs.
Yeah, right. I was there. Yeah, but I never met her because she was always in the hospital. We were staying downstairs in her apartment. We went up on the third floor or nothing.
So y'all was staying on the first
On
floor?
the first floor.
Got you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And this is right after he got out of prison?
Yeah, she got with him. She met him. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's when Lori met him.
Right. That's when she met him. He acted kind of funny about me being there. Said some shit about when he came home, when we gone. I left. So I went back over there for a while. You know what I'm saying?
And
then after that, it was like to the point where he wasn't getting high. Then all of a sudden, something happened, and man, I think she went to jail. She went to jail around the time that they had first met. I think something like that. The next thing I know, she came home from jail, went back to him, and he had started smoking.
Do you know that the year in which you stayed there for about a week?
That had to be like about. Let me see. This happened this year. Oh, it might have been 2000, the end of 2008, beginning of 2009, something like that.
Okay.
I know I remember one Christmas over there. He got her, but I think that's when she was still getting high at the time, I think.
During the time you resided there, was anyone living on the first and second floors of the house? Now that's when I'm talking about when you would go there on the weekend, or you stayed there during that week.
Sometimes that lady was there, and sometimes she wasn't.
When you
She
say
was
that
always
lady,
in
you
the-
talking about?
Yeah, lady on the first
Stepmom.
floor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So his stepmom was there sometime.
Yeah, we used to have to sneak in and out because she didn't really want nobody in there. She
Okay.
really didn't want my sister in there.
Oh, she didn't?
She didn't really care for my sister too much.
Oh, okay.
So his stepmother was living there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever a time when you and your sister Lori Frazier resided there together with him? Actually lived there with him?
No, like I said, the longest I ever stayed with him was the longest I ever stayed with them was like for a few days.
So just your sister stayed with him permanently?
Right. Now, I mean, one time, let me see, the last time I was there, I was supposed to have been staying. I talked to him about renting a room from him.
Right.
And next thing I know, on the third day, he went out scrapping and came back and we was getting high. Or he might have got an unemployment check, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
You know. And then we was getting high. The next thing I know, that's when he started acting real crazy. So then I just left him alone. The next thing, I think my sister might have been in jail.
Mm-hmm. This was probably in 2008 or 9.
Something like, yeah, somewhere in there. Probably 2009.
2009. Okay.
Okay.
It's important. We're just trying to nail down
Yeah.
times, and times are important in regards to how he acted in a certain year, a certain part, because we know he was in the penitentiary. Everybody knows he was in the penitentiary. He got out. We know he met Lori. She moved in with him.
Right.
How long did they stay together?
Um,
Till she went to jail? Was she the first time she met?
Yeah, I think when they met, she just moved. He let her move right on in.
Right. And she stayed there until she went to jail, right?
Right. Then when she got out of jail, she was just fed up with getting high and stuff.
Okay.
She was ready to get her life together.
Right.
And his life was going downhill, and she was trying to go forward.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's when she got on up out of there.
Oh, okay.
Then like I said, my mother died and everything.
Mhm.
She had moved over there with my babies. No, she had moved with. I think she had started messing with Johnny, and she ended up moving with Johnny. Like I said, she moved in with Johnny, she was through with Tony.
And Johnny's a tall guy, right?
Yeah, big goofball. Yeah.
So the longest I stayed with him was just a few days with my sister and him in 2009, right?
Yeah, I think it
Was
should
that-
have been 2009.
Was there a time when you resided there with Saul after he and your sister broke up their relationship?
No.
No?
I
You
never
never,
went back
after
over
they
there.
broke out, you never went back over
No,
there?
no.
Okay.
Because things started happening when he started getting on my sister's nerve, trying to get her back. He was coming over. He was popping up over my sister's house on 92nd.
Okay.
Period.
Uh-huh.
He would just pop up out the blue.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, sometimes we didn't even know he was there. He would be standing around hiding behind a damn tree or something.
How bad
Really?
the tree?
And then just come out of nowhere. Yeah, this guy, he was pretty much like, I looked at it as stalking. That's what I said. That's what I looked at. So
Okay.
then it got to the point where we were just tired and we were ready to whoop his ass.
What other things started happening about that time? I mean, how he was acting?
Let me see. All right, that's when she started seeing Johnny. I think that was in 2009 when she started seeing Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so if she started seeing Johnny in 2009, then this stuff had to be going on in 08, I guess. Because Lori She left that nigga in the wintertime, I know that.
Okay.
So it had to be 08.
Right.
Cause she left, yeah, then she was with Johnny, yeah, cause yeah, she left him.
Okay.
It was wintertime, sure was.
What part of the house were you and your sister living?
Well, we stayed up on the third. Well, after he moved from the, after his aunt came home from the hospital, she started coming home more and more, so she gave him the third floor. Well, he moved up. He was staying down there with her, but then once he started messing with Lori, he went upstairs and fixed the third floor up.
So everybody was up on the
So
third.
everybody was up on the third floor. Right.
Was anybody living on the second floor? Do you recall anybody living there at all?
It was tenants there,
Okay.
but they never paid no rent, so they got evicted. There was tenants up there.
Was it a husband and wife or something?
I know it was a man and a woman. I don't know about no. I don't know if they was. I didn't know nothing about them people.
Or?
They kept to themselves.
Did you have access to any other part of the house?
No, just the third floor. We had everything we needed was up on the third floor.
Okay. Was any part of the house off limits to you, period?
Well, I just didn't plan. I didn't plan to go to the house. Like, when I came, I went straight to the third floor. I didn't even think about it.
So there really was no need to go to any other part of the house?
Right, because like I said, we had bathtub, we had toilet, we had a little kitchen set up. You know, when I did spend the night, I had a little room up in the front.
So it'd be safely to say there was no need to go to any other part of the house because everything was upstairs that we needed.
Right, and then pretty much, I mean, he did everything for us. If our clothes needed, well, if our, we've been kicking it all weekend, our clothes needed to be washed, he did all the washing. You know, if we were gonna go to the store, he would say no, he would go to the store.
Okay.
You know, he wouldn't let us do nothing. He took care of everything. So I ain't, I wasn't thinking about no crazy shit like that going on. The furthest thing in my mind. But all we did was drinking drugs, and I'd be gone. I'd be going back to work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she would hit the streets. You know, when she was out there in the streets, she would hit the streets and be gone for a week or something. But she would always call us over to our sister's house or call her son, or let her know, let everybody know she was all right.
What was you working at the time?
I worked for Derek Drywall.
He did everything for us. If there was washing to be done, he done it. If there was
Right.
something needed at the store, he went and got it, right?
Right, he cooked and everything. You know what I'm saying?
And
Did you help him fix up the third floor?
I did the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, I just mud and taped it.
Okay.
I ain't put no walls in that bitch.
how was it like when you did it? What was wrong with it?
Well, it wasn't really, it just did a shitty job on the taping and the patching.
You say they?
Whoever did it before I got
Before you
there.
got there?
Right.
Okay.
Well, matter of fact, I think he hung that board. Cause he said the third floor was kind of messed up.
That's what he told you?
Right. He said the third floor was all messed up. Then when I talked to Lori, cause see, as a matter of fact, I think Lori was over there when he started doing the third floor. See, his aunt wasn't there that much.
Okay.
So when she said she was coming home, that's when he started working on the third floor.
On the third floor?
Right.
Okay, because he knew he had to go upstairs.
Right.
Okay.
She didn't want Lori down there.
What
She
she
really
didn't like
Lori.
about Lori?
I don't know. You know, but see, the thing is, I don't know. She could have been jealous of Lori for the simple fact that he started taking better care of Lori than he started ignoring her.
Yeah.
Right. You know, about her having that cancer and she had all those sores on her. You know, the sores used to stink. You know.
Yeah, wow. And having conversations with Sowell on a daily basis, and I'm gonna change this from a daily basis. I'm just gonna say it, having conversations with Sowell, did it seem to you that he was normal mentally?
Yeah, 'cause I mean, the boy was smart as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he went out there and he would go out there, they turned the power off, he'd go out there and get up on the pole with a ladder and turn the shit back on. You know, he was real smart. You know? You never had no negative conversations until he started talking about drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? When he got on the drugs, he was real negative. But when he wasn't getting high and drinking, he was real intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
So yes, the boy was smart as hell.
Yeah.
He would turn the power on a pole when he needed to, right?
Right. When they go out there and turn it off from the power from the pole, they go out there and reconnect it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wouldn't even know how to begin to.
Me neither, man. I been when I think I cried.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Both. You need both, man. About what time, when did he start smoking? In what year, do you recall?
Like I said, I know. I think Lori was in jail, and then that's when he started smoking. I don't know how many times Lori been in jail. I know one time. Well, I know the last time he was the one that helped her get out because he went down there and he approached the judge. You know, like I said, smooth ass nigga. He approached the judge, and the judge went over ahead and released her. You know what I'm saying? And she was home.
He talked to the judge himself?
He went down there when she had to go to court.
Who's just, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Really?
Maybe like a misdemeanor, felony court.
I'm not sure what.
I don't know. I know the last time she was in jail, he went down. I'm pretty sure you can find out.
Yeah.
But the last time she was in jail, that's when she decided to get clean and sober. And he was getting worse and worse on the drinking and drugs. So that's when she just said she couldn't take no more. You know what I'm saying? Because as a matter of fact, I was around the corner, down the street from where they was staying. I was over a friend Mary's house, and there was some diamond on the door and shit. Diamond on the door is my sister crying, and she want to go home. And I'm like, okay, well, come on. You know, so we got up, went on to the bus stop. We getting ready to get on the bus. I don't know what he said. Somehow I think he talked to her into coming back. But anyway, we went back. Then I think we left. She left right after. We left right after that. That was the last drop. Him getting high and wanting to be a control freak. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he always knew. I don't know what was he thinking not to put his hands on her, because he would never touch her.
He would never touch her.
He would never fuck with her, no. We wasn't allowing that, no way.
You think you was the cause of that?
What?
Do you think you, yourself being there, was the cause of that?
Yeah, well, sometimes when she said how crazy he act, I would go over there and stay for a couple of days to see what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I had to go monitor things.
So
You know what I'm saying?
outside of you, he might have put his hands on
Then, you know, he knew about Terry too, her son.
her. So he wasn't stupid.
Yeah, he wasn't stupid, no. You know.
Did he ever complain about hearing voices of any kind to you?
No, he never. No, he didn't say crazy shit like that. No.
In your opinion, though, you what you saw was he was a pretty smart guy, though. Huh?
Yeah,
Pretty
boy,
smooth.
Yeah, boy was really intelligent. He always talked about his military background and all the shit that he learned. You know what I'm saying?
When you were residing with Saul, did he have a pacemaker at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he had the pacemaker when him and Lori was going through a thing. They was going through a thing, and as a matter of fact, I think Lori left him. Lori left him. Lori got tired of his shit and left. And next thing you know, he ended up in a hospital. Called Lori, said they gave him a pacemaker. I think she was out and about when he had this.
Okay. So no, he had the pacemaker after my sister had left.
He got it afterwards. Yeah, she wasn't around at that point in time.
Okay.
But she was still trying to talk to him and tell him to take medicine and leave that crack and
she
shit
wasn't staying there with him.
I don't think she was staying there.
Okay.
I'm really not for sure, but I don't think she was with him.
Now this is very important. This next question is very important. You touched on it earlier, and that is his disposition when he got high. Okay. This next question: when he was getting high, did it seem to you that his disposition or attitude would change?
It would change. It would change. I mean, like I said, you get to the point where he want to talk crazy to me, talk crazy to her, and you know, foaming at the mouth and shit. And,
When you say talk crazy,
just trying to be in control of
Controlling.
everything. And if we didn't want to do what he said, then we had to get the fuck out. So that's what we did.
Okay.
We left.
Okay.
and you said he was he talk real loud,
Yeah, he
foam
was
at the
screaming,
mouth.
hollers, yeah, damn teeth jumping out his mouth, flying across the room, you know, like a rage. But like I say,
Was he very aggressive when he got high?
he wasn't aggressive.
But
He just stood back and talked that shit.
Okay.
Right. I mean, one time he gonna put her out, but told me I could stay. I was like, no, that's bullshit, man. She go, I go.
Now I'm gonna type this in some of the words in the wording that you gave me. You tell me if this is correct, and if it's not correct, I'm gonna change this. Okay.
Mhm.
And the question was about his disposition. You say, was his disposition changed? You say yes. He would want to talk controlling, screaming, hollering,
Right.
and foaming at the mouth. Sometimes his teeth would come out. He would be so mad, right?
Right, he'd be that mad, right? And when he got like that, you know, it was time to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever experience a bad odor within the house? And if so, did you question it? And what was the reason given to you?
Well, had nobody been up in there so long, so he just blamed it on the carpet.
Let me ask you this.
It smelled like real
You know-
funky feet in there.
Yeah, you know his stepmother downstairs.
Right.
And I take it that after she left, y'all had occasion to go to the house, correct? Okay. This is the time that I'm talking about, that time. And I'm not talking about, you know, when she was sick and the sores, and she had sores. And I'm talking about after she left. And nobody was staying downstairs.
Right.
And it's just you three in the house whenever you would go up.
Always on the third floor.
Always on the third floor. Would you experience an odor? And you saying yes. Right? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm torn up on the third floor in the room I was
Yeah,
staying
that's
in.
when you the area of the house that you all went to that had
Like
access
the third
to.
floor.
Right.
Right.
Did you
the
experience
front room
it
I
there?
used to sleep in? I was like, well, damn, man. I was like, you need to pull this carpet up some, cause it's like, you got some funky ass socks in here.
Now, what room were you in?
That was the room way up in the
The front, like would be like the living room.
I guess you could say that. Or
Right from the
another
porch.
bedroom.
Would it
Right
be
over the porch. Yeah.
next to
way up in the front.
You go up the door, there's a porch right there. That's the
I
front
was on
room.
the roof. On the third floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
porch up under there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the roof.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
that's
So
the
the third, all the way
Right
up
up there where
front.
the peak is.
Right. That's
right.
the
That's
front
the
room.
front room,
Right.
Yeah. And it can be a bedroom, yeah.
It could be.
So that's the room that you was talking about.
That's the one I was sleeping in.
Was there a bed up in there?
No, I was laying on some pillows as a cover, man.
Okay.
And it smelled like feet.
It smelled real funky. Right, I was like, damn, man, you can take that carpet up or something. Then when I went back, I asked him, I was gone for a while. When I came back, I was coming to spend the weekend with him because I just got paid. So I asked him, 'cause I think that was around the time I was asking him, what was he going to do about that carpet? I said, well, I was going to rent this room, man. You going to do something about that funky ass carpet. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to take it up. Then after that, I think that was it for me. I just was visit. I wasn't spending that over there.
No, what year was that?
It had to be back in 08, man.
In
It
08?
had to be back in 08.
Okay.
So I
yes-
think she got with Johnny in 09 and then we was done with him.
Okay. Just the third floor and the front room smelled real funky. I told him he should take the carpet up or something.
Right, if I
That
was
was in
gonna
08.
rent a room, if I was going to rent that room, yeah.
He didn't give you no excuse why the room was smelling like that.
Yeah.
You took it upon yourself to say the carpet, but he didn't give you no other reason for that, did he?
No. He just said it was old and the carpet wasn't no good and it needed to come up. Because I know, like, for one, when it rained, it leaked in the window. So I looked at it, maybe it was mildew and all that shit, right?
Well, let me ask you this. Now, we're talking about the front room. And you know you got a side room, you got his bedroom, and you got the bathroom, kitchen, whatever. Did it smell in that part of the house? Or just the front
No, it
room?
didn't. It was just that old funky room.
Just that room.
Like, I think he took all the other carpet up, laid new tile, you know. He was doing all this stuff while we wasn't there. Whenever we came back, it was something different.
Okay.
He, you know, put tile down, he didn't paint it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he still never got that carpet up in that front room.
Okay.
Well, you took the carpet up in their bedroom and laid mats down.
Good. Were you two getting high with crack together? Y'all was smoking together?
Yeah,
Your sister wasn't doing it.
No,
But just
that's when she finally. I think that's when she decided to just go ahead.
So,
'Cause we was getting high, and she was there.
but she wouldn't get high.
She wasn't drinking. She would drink a little bit, but she wasn't smoking no dope nor no weed.
Well, let me ask you this: with you and him getting high,
Right.
and he started just controlling shit, screaming, even with her there, what was it directed to her?
Even when he would just, you know, he was good for like trying to bring up the past and how she hurt his feelings and all that shit.
Okay.
Trying to run a guilt trip on her.
Reminiscing.
Right, but it wasn't nothing. I told her, don't pay that shit no. I used to tell her, don't pay that shit no attention. You can't run no guilt trip on you because he had a heart attack. But see, he did all this while she was in jail. He was just getting high. You know, he was doing this thing, getting his check and just blowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Right.
And this question here may be kind of generic, but was Saul using crack before your sister left him, or did he start after?
Oh, he was getting worse. That's why she got up out of there.
Okay.
She couldn't take the shit no more. She said she wasn't going back to smoking, and she meant it. And like I said, after that, you know, he just, every time she seen him, I mean, he just, and the man looked horrible. His face was sunk in, you know, then all of a sudden he was popping up, talking about how people cracking him upside his head with ashtrays and, you know, all these scratches and scars and shit on his neck with somebody trying to attack him and rob him. You know, he had a bunch of excuses for shit.
You saw these scratches and scars on his neck?
I seen it from night. He was always coming down to my sister's house.
Oh,
Whenever
okay.
he got hurt, he would pop up down to my sister's house on 92nd. We didn't ever go there no more.
Okay.
We didn't go no because you
So
know,
any
we just
interaction-
automatically knew that he was losing his fucking mind, and we didn't want no parts of
So
it.
any interaction with him, he found you. You didn't go.
Right, he came to us.
Right.
Right.
Now this may be kind of weird, but just go with it. Even though he was seeing or dating your sister, and this is at the time that he was seeing and dating your sister,
Right.
did he ever ask you to bring females to his house to socialize with?
Oh no, I didn't do that. See, when I got high, man, I was keeping all my shit. I wasn't giving nobody nothing.
Well, let me ask you this. Can you remember the names of any females that would come to visit or that he would talk about?
No, he never discussed other women with me like that. Because he
Out of
wanted to
respect
tell
to
my
the
sister.
sister.
Right.
Can you remember him knowing or being in company with any other victims of this Imperial Avenue?
I didn't know none of them girls.
No. You can't remember him saying he knew any of them or he know any of them or anything like that?
No, sometimes, you know, we was getting high, son. He was always looking at that back window in the kitchen.
Okay.
And he would always say, Jay, come and check her out. She's flying motherfucker. And yeah, she is.
You never saw any of these women at the house?
Look at this. I don't know none of these women.
Just taking a look at them closer. You know, like in a conversation, you might as well say, that bitch, what's her name, was over here. Or that bitch asked me for this or something like that. Did he say anything about this?
He never talked to me about these women. All he ever talked about to me was, he talked about how fine the bitches was that was out there tricking. And that was pretty much it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know these girls, man. Only girls I ever seen over there was the girls that Lori knew. You know what I'm saying? Like one girl was staying there. It was one girl that was staying there before Lori moved in.
Staying with Soul?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You see, yeah, it was. I can't think of. She was a little short girl, but she's still alive. Yeah, she's still living.
Can't remember her name.
Can't remember her name. She was just short, thick, and had a loud ass mouth.
Dark skin, light skin, or
She was
what?
brown skinned.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, she's still alive. Her, I remember her face, but she ain't on that. She ain't on there.
We were told that you had witnessed him acting somewhat strangely at times. For instance, leaving the house late at night.
Yeah,
Can you tell us about
he
these
said
occasions?
he would say that he was going scrapping. He would he would get up at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, maybe 2. He'd leave maybe like about 2. He'd get up, cook him something to eat, get his tools together, and he would go out scrapping.
In the morning or?
Yeah, at night, late at night.
Really?
Yeah. He'd go out and steal copper and shit out the houses. He'd come back home, look at what he got, put his tools up, and then he often walk into the scrapyard about 5:36 in the morning.
What scrapyard did you go to, did you know?
Over there on, there's one of them over there on Edna, I think.
Okay.
That was about the closest one from where he stayed. You know what I'm saying? Walk across the field, she on Kensington, Edna right down the street.
He stay out all night scrapping?
He'd be out for a couple hours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like I said, he'd come back in about 4:35 in the morning,
Okay.
get warm.
You go on Etna, scrapyard on the Etna.
Yeah.
You ever scrap with him?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Oh no, man, that's what I knew.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
I just gotta ask. I'm not implying anything. I just gotta ask. That's all.
Right, man.
No, one time he had told me.
Back in the day, I took some brands to the scrapyard.
I had to work with mine. I couldn't. I ain't going with this band.
I ain't trying to entrap you with nothing. I just need to get some, clear some things up. That's
One
all.
time he told me a story. He went off into a house, man.
Uh-huh.
And some motherfucker was in there getting high. But I'm like, I still didn't think about it. I just figured he ran off into somebody, he crossed somebody's domain while they was in there getting high.
Yeah.
He said the nigga grabbed him by the neck. And that's where some of the scratches came from.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah, Said he had to run in with a nigga in one of them houses. Then he said he was up there, bound being a fag and everything. I didn't know that.
Who being a fag? Would Soul being a fag?
Well,
He's gonna get to that later on.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, don't get to that now.
Go ahead.
What you mean he was a-
I got some questions, but
What you mean he was a fag?
I didn't know. I did not know the man was a fag till one day my sister called me, and she told me, she said, yeah, Jay, she said, he want me to take him to some gay bars and introduce him to some men.
Really?
So I'm like, bullshit. Yeah, all right. They got into an argument.
your sister and him?
Yeah. So then all of a sudden, it was. I don't know if they was getting high or what, but she said, she said he came in there with some hot girl. Then he get into it the whole day.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he want to do something different. She took some hot girls and stuck them up his ass. It was just they was arguing. They was arguing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Then turn around. He wants curls. He wants some curl lines up his ass. I say, well, how come you ain't plugged them motherfuckers?
And heat him up, huh?
And tear his asshole out.
Well, it's ironic because the next question is dealing with that. That's what I'm
He
saying.
had a boyfriend. Then she told me about he had a boyfriend down the street. I'm like, damn, it's a good thing you did leave
Who was
man.
that?
That's
Who
it.
was this? You know
I
him?
don't know. I have no idea who the man was.
Uh-huh.
But the people on the street was telling Lori he had a fag friend down the street. Supposed to be his boyfriend or some shit, man.
Well, this next question, I'm going to touch on that, but the question before that is this one. While living there after you moved out, did you witness the front room door to ever be locked?
You know what? That door was locked. But see, that was like when we would just go get high and get up, matter of fact, I think the last time I was over there, that door was locked. It sure was.
And what time, when was that? question here
I
was,
think that was like,
while living there and after you moved out, did you ever witness the front door to be locked?
Yeah, up
You
in that
said
front
yes,
room
the
where I
door
used
was
to
locked.
sleep at.
The last time you
my
was over
sister,
there.
my sister told me that he was keeping that door locked. And I was like, why? But I never tried to get in.
So you said the door was locked the last time I was over there.
Yeah, I went up there. I went up there to try the room. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
identify
that's
what
when they
month
had-
that was?
And I slept in that front. I really can't. Let me see. I know it was cold.
Well, let me ask you this.
It was cold.
With the door locked, he would open it though, right?
No, I never gave it no more thought. I slept in there in the room with them. Then I just left.
But the door was locked.
It was locked. Yeah.
This is what, in the winter time or something? So it had to be in what,
Summer.
2000?
I forgot. This was in 2009. Like I said, it had to be in 2008 because, like I said, she was with Johnny in 2009.
Okay.
So it was cold in 2008.
I'm pretty much sure that was pretty much the only time I went over there. When I was
Okay.
down and out, it was during the winter time. During the summer,
Mm-hmm.
no man.
Okay.
Now this next question, you touched on it. While living with Sowell, did it seem as though he had homosexual tendencies, either by what he said or his actions? And this is now you telling me about
But see, this is the thing she was telling me. But see, the thing is now, what he was saying, like, well, it was too cold. It was too cold to sleep in there. Lori would leave and disappear. So he would always want me, he would tell me, come in, I'd come in there and sleep on the floor. Then it dawned on me, I was like, and then I reminisced about something that I thought back about what Lori told me about how they fucked him for the whole 15 years he was in jail. That dawned, cause I was like, why is he always over here I'm in the corner right here, and he always laying on this side of the bed with his head facing me.
Really?
So that's when I started telling Lori about this shit, and that's when she started telling me stories about him and men and shit.
About him wanting to meet guys and
Yeah,
having
yeah,
this,
going to gay bars, and she wanted to introduce him to some men and all that shit.
you say he had a boyfriend that lived down the street?
This is what Lori told me.
Okay.
They said he had a boyfriend down the street somewhere.
Wow.
And then the thing is, we was just about to go over there when all this shit popped up on the news. We was going over there to get her stuff out the basement because he told her he wasn't gonna never let her get it. So we was all gonna get in the car and go over there and get her shit.
Uh-huh. So that's why he never let her come back to get her clothes. That's why the clothes were still over there?
Right, he never let her come back to get her shit.
Oh, okay.
So we gonna go there and whoop his ass and take it.
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't let her back over there no more. Right. Cause he always say, what, they ain't gotta be together.
what they call them with the hot rollers, what was it?
Hot curl.
Hot curls.
They call it curling iron.
Yeah, called curling iron.
And she told you that about the curling iron thing? What you think when she told you that?
What?
Hey, what you think?
I just tell him, why you plug them up. So, cause he always wanted, he don't never want her to go nowhere. He didn't even want her to come visit her family, man.
Really?
Right, so we getting kind of sick of that. I guess she got sick of it too.
Okay, my sister would leave sometimes and he would tell me that I could tell. My sister would leave sometimes and he would tell me that I could
sleep in there.
Yeah, that I could sleep
Where
on the
the
floor,
warm
right?
were at, right.
My sister told me that he had a boyfriend down the street and that he had asked her to take him to some gay bars so that he could meet a guy.
Right.
She told me that he asked her to stick hot curlers or a curling iron up his butt. So she did it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what she started saying, it's just getting too weird for her.
But he was smoking about this time then, was he?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was. But I know after he had that down.
He ever said anything to you outright as far as being a homosexual tendencies? Okay.
If he had came to me like that, man, I would have, man, I would have actually, probably got popped in his mouth.
You said you was getting ready to say something about after he had something.
Just a minute ago.
Yeah. You was just getting ready to say, you said, after he had, and then you stopped there.
Shit, it might come to you.
Have you ever heard or witnessed Sowell to show extreme anger or even assault anyone?
No.
You ain't seen him put his hands on nobody?
No, he always talked about how you could kill a man and all that shit, but he never actually seen him in action. No.
How he could kill a man or would kill a man?
How you could kill a man because of all the shit he learned in the military. And so he was big on bragging about what he learned in the military. He was big on that one.
Were you aware of any fights with your sister? Anywhere of his fights with your sister?
Like I said, if he had never put his hands on her, man, she would have told us.
Now, you sure he never did assault your sister?
Did she tell you that?
I'm not gonna tell you what she
Oh,
told me.
no,
I'm just telling you-
I can't remember one time that he ever put his hands on her. He might have pushed her. I know she did say something about him pushing her, but she ain't never said anything about him laying hands on her. He used to push her all the time.
Okay.
How did he feel about your sister? Was he in love with her?
Yeah, my sister had control of him. You know what I'm saying? She was real, she was real dominant. She would tell him what the fuck what it was gonna be.
Okay.
I think he liked that.
Really?
Yeah, I think he liked that, man. So she'd tell him what it is, and that's what it was gonna be.
Had he ever told you how he felt about females in the street getting high with crack?
I always took it as a joke. How he said we gonna pimp these hoes. Let's pimp these hoes and get rid of them. But I'm like, then I was like, no, I ain't for that shit neither. I don't like being around people. Like, I don't care for people. I'm not a people person.
So he would say,
Pimp
we
them
gonna
hoes
pimp
out
these hoes and get rid of them.
Right. I was just thinking what he was just saying, well, hey, let's just use them hoes up and get rid of them when they ain't no good. I didn't know he was a fucking killer.
Would he say that when he was getting high or?
Yeah, when he was getting high. But then we would laugh about it.
Yeah, you just thought he was just bullshit.
Right, just bullshit. Right, yeah. Right.
He ever hang out with any guys around there that you know of?
No, he was cool with all the dope men around there. He ain't really, as long as I knew him, I ain't never seen him with a male friend.
No male friends ever came over there?
No. One time he talked about the guys that came over was guys that wanted to get high.
Okay.
Not no friend.
Okay.
Did he ever tell you about any rapes he committed?
Huh?
Did he ever tell you about any rapes that he committed?
Oh, that's what he went to jail for, wasn't it? He said it was set up.
So he would talk about the setup, his jail time?
No, that's all he would say.
But
That's
no.
all he would ever say. He was just, they set him up because they wanted money. That's all he said. He didn't get into no details about it.
Did he ever express the desire to rape anyone? Like he said, I ought to rape that bitch.
No, I didn't think, no. He didn't say no shit like that, man. Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna sit up here and
Has he ever
I
told
would
you?
tell some shit like that if he did it. I mean,
Had he
I
ever
ain't trying
told-
to help him nor protect him.
Right.
Had he ever told you that he murdered or got rid of anyone?
No.
Did your sister ever mention to you about Sowell saying anything about murdering or getting rid of anyone. While being around him personally, had you witnessed any injuries to him?
To him?
Yes.
No. Whenever he came around us, he had the injuries.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, when he came around us, he had injuries. You know, Lori would see him and just shout it out. You know, she would come sit him down. You see his neck? You see that way he got busted in the head?
But how many times do you think that occurred, that he would come around and have these scratches or injuries on him?
All I remember was the scratches on his neck that she was talking about. And when the nigga busted him upside the head, when he claimed he got busted upside the head with an ashtray by the nigga that the nigga wanted to get high. And he said he told the nigga that he ain't had no more money. So the nigga was gonna try and go up in him and rob him. That's what he said. That's how he got busted in the head with the ashtray.
Okay.
Then he said the scratches on his neck came from the nigga in the house. In the bando, he went in to scrap in.
Okay.
So with Lori, I don't know, like Lori just sit around and just think off. Lori got a wild imagination. She would just sit around and just think about shit, and all of a sudden, like this, she called herself putting two and two together. And that's what he was doing. You know, scratches on his neck. That's when she was really tripping around.
So he would have injuries to his neck and head. I remember scratches on his neck that he claimed that he was robbed by a guy.
They were trying to rob him up in his apartment.
He claimed the injuries to his neck came from a guy who was in an abandoned house getting high when he went to scrap metal from the house, right?
Right.
Let me ask you, there was a dude that would come over and check the house out down on the first floor for his stepmom. You ever meet him?
Never met him.
Okay.
Never met. Because as a matter of fact, the day before they found them bodies up there, we had talked to him the day before, and I was like, "What's up, man?" 'Cause I was trying to find a place to stay in, and he told me, he said, "Well, you know, man, I'm gonna call my cousin and see what he say." Yeah, before he hung up, I got back on the phone with him, and he was like, "Man, my cousin, you can rent the second floor out, me and you can get it together." I'm like, "Huh?" Now, I said, "You ain't even talk to this motherfucker yet." The next thing I know, this shit pop up on the TV about all them bodies up there. Because that was the same time we was talking about going over there to get her shit out the basement.
So what did you think when that popped up on the TV and you saw about all them bodies? What did you think?
I don't know, man, it just fucked me up.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that I was in that house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you alright, man?
Huh?
You alright? You ain't have no nightmares or nothing like that?
No, because it don't bother me because it ain't my ass.
Right.
I had nothing to do with that.
Right.
I don't even think about it until it's on TV or, you know, somebody bring it like the guy. Now, one of my roommates, I think his sister and his cousin was killed by that motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't even want to get back to him.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I don't know how he gonna act.
Yeah.
But then again, like I said, I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
But you know what he going through, I wouldn't want to bring that up knowing I stayed there and all that shit.
Right.
He might decide to snap, it might be some conflict.
Right.
So he don't know you stayed there.
No, he don't know nothing
Yeah.
about it. Every time he brings it up, I don't say nothing about
I
that.
got
I
you.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to know if I'm gonna have to go to court and be a witness and all that shit, because he's, you know, he gonna lead a program just to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't need no conflict.
Yeah, I got you. Well, we're gonna let you talk to the prosecutor.
Yeah.
We share the same room. I can't sleep watching my back. I gotta get my rest.
Yeah, exactly. I got you.
This question here, after moving out and possibly returning to the home to visit, did you witness any damages to the home that was not there when you resided
Oh, everything was pretty much the same.
there?
Oh, well, the window was broke out
Which windows?
going upstairs.
Inside window?
Yeah, you know,
Going
I
up
take
the
the
back
door, going up to
stairway?
the third floor.
Yeah.
That was broke out. Right. That was broke out. My sister, she just had another thought. She said, "Oh, that probably was when that girl was trying to run down there and get out." I think that's the one. I think that's the girl that's still alive, right? She was saying something. One girl got away. She started just trying to put everything. I was like, don't be fucking with your mind like that. You just wait and find out what's going on. Don't be, don't be telling nobody shit that you think what happened.
Right.
You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's another reason why I just, it got to the point where I was kind of glad I moved out because I got tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
You know.
This next question, had you ever witnessed Sowell fixing damages to the house, and you said he was drywalling upstairs?
He did all that way before we even started kicking it over there.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna take that out
Right.
because you never witnessed any damages after y'all moved out. So,
No, everything was exactly the same. Just that window was broke out.
do you know a male by the name of Johnny DeLoach?
Yeah, punk ass Johnny, yeah.
That was I can't put punk
I
ass Johnny.
know.
I just say he was my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, right. That was his boy. You're a coward too.
Hey, you ever meet a cat? I know you said that he didn't hang out with anybody, but this guy was named Levon Williams, tall dude, black guy, tall, kind of tall though.
Like I said, I never seen him with male. I never seen him with any male.
Okay.
Never.
Did you ever witness Sowell digging around the backyard at home?
No, that man stayed. He stayed around us 24/7. We was there. Like I said, he didn't let us watch. We couldn't wash our clothes. Lori couldn't go out there and wash clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, he did everything for us, man. So like going to the stove and all that. Cause I guess maybe he didn't want us in the backyard because that way,
And this question here is generic, but I want you to answer that. Did you take part in killing or transporting any of the victims found at 1282 Imperial Avenue?
No. Like I said, man, even if I even thought about getting the strawberry, man, I wouldn't take her
I
up
understand.
there.
I gotta ask you.
I understand, yeah. I never took no woman up there, man.
Is there any more information that you know of that would help in further this investigation?
No, I just know what all I know is what I told you. That's it, man.
That's all I have, man. See if my partner got any questions. That's all I have. It's on you, Mel. If you got some questions, I did everything on here. I asked him if he had any information that would help him further this investigation. He said that's all he knows. I asked him, did he take part in killing or transporting any victims? He said, hell no.
I'll pay for mine.
You ever see him? I know you said you never saw him with anybody. He ever have anybody's car ever that you never know of?
No, he walked everywhere.
He walked everywhere.
Right. He walked everywhere he had to go. He walked.
Mm-hmm.
That man, he would walk to work from Imperial all the way down to 55th and St. Clair to the rubber plant they worked at.
Yeah. And you said, were you around when he worked down at the stadium down there? You said he was a cook somewhere down at the ballpark, the baseball
Jacobs Field.
Jacobs Field.
Progressive field, man.
He's not damn cook down there. I think he was lying to my sister about that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he was lying to her.
I think he was.
Mhm.
Yeah. He ain't had no other damn job since he worked at that rubber plant.
That's the only one you know of
That's
that
all I
he had?
know of. I ain't never known. After that, he went to scrapping.
Okay.
Cause she kept on saying to him, "You got a job." He's lying. This is what she was telling me. She knew
okay.
he was lying. That's what she was saying. That nigga lying. He out there scrapping.
Oh, okay.
When you would see these scratches and injuries to him, okay. Now I'm not talking about what your sister told you,
Mm-hmm.
because she probably saw more than you did, and she probably would see more than you. But
Yeah.
just on the times that you saw, how many times you seen him with injuries to him?
Just those 2 times.
It was 2 times.
Right.
One was to the neck,
Right.
and he said he got from scrapping in the house, and the guy was getting high.
Right.
And
Cross
the other
somebody's
time-
domain.
And the other time was what?
When Lori came and told me that he had some niggas up there getting high. He said he was up there, he was upstairs getting high with some niggas from the neighborhood.
And they tried to
When the
rob
money, see, he was treating them.
him. Okay.
From what Lori was telling me, he was getting high with them, treating them, spending his money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when he told him that the money was all gone, the guy got upset and tried to go in his pockets. Then he busted him upside his head with an ashtray.
So that's the head injury that you saw. You saw that?
No, Lori told me about that, but I went outside and seen the scratches on his neck because he came around to the front
Okay,
porch. He was
so-
standing over. That's when he was standing over in the field behind the damn tree. We didn't know he was over there.
Mhm.
He came through the back from a cut.
Now, after that happened, did you ever go inside the house upstairs on 3rd floor?
Yeah, I said that was it, man. That
I
was
mean,
it
after
for
I'm
us.
talking about after the injuries.
No.
No. So
We wasn't dealing with him, period. He was
Period.
coming over there,
Okay.
bothering my sister.
so you never
We was
witnessed
done
inside
with
the
him.
house during that time.
No, none of that, no.
Now, the last time you was up there, you said the door was locked,
Right.
and that was in '08.
Yeah, 'cause it had to be in 08.
Okay.
Because like I said, she was with Johnny in 09.
Okay. So the last time you went up there and the door was locked in '08.
I said, why is the door locked, Lord? She said, I don't know. He just keep it locked.
Now, Lori went to jail in what, June of '08? And that's when she went to jail. She never went back after that last time. Am I right?
After she got out of jail, she did go back. But she had made up her mind. You know, because his drinking and drugging was getting out of hand.
Okay.
You know, and I was there off and on.
Okay.
'Cause like I said, I was always down the street with my friend Mary house.
Okay.
So, you know, and I would go there. You know, she'd be like, she come down there where I'm at, or we just go somewhere.
Yeah.
We get on the bus and go to my sister's house or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we might go. We just go places, go see her other friends. You know, no, he shit.
But for the most part, when she hooked up with him when y'all first started going over there, he was cool. He'd take care of y'all. Like you say, he would do the washing. Would he cook and stuff like that too?
He would do all that. He
He
would
did
go
all
to the
that?
store. Yeah, he would get up, cook breakfast. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever barbecue in the backyard while y'all was over there?
No, he always went to his sister's house and barbecue.
Barbecue.
Right.
The time you went up there to the 3rd floor, and I guess you was thinking about renting that room up there,
Mm-hmm.
and you told him that the room was real funky.
Smell like old funky feet.
Okay. After that, is that when the door was locked?
Yeah, that was after that. Yeah.
Okay,
That
so
was
the
after
door was
that.
open all that time you had
Stayed
access?
open, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, he kept it closed though because
Okay.
it was a real bad draft coming through there.
So the door was locked in the latter part of '08.
It had to be 08, man. We wasn't there in 09.
Okay. And it was cold.
I think it was cold.
I know you said it was cold when you went up there to look at renting a room up there.
But see, most of the time, that's when I was only there during the winter.
during the winter time.
Right. Right. You know.
Alright. I'm gonna print this out, a copy, and you can read it, make sure it's correct, and I can make any corrections, okay? On this statement. And then after that, we'll take you over there to the prosecutor, and you can meet him, and then he can meet you, and then
Any questions you have, you can
Yeah.
ask him because.
two final questions. Are you giving this statement of your own free will and voluntary?
No, y'all made me do it.
Has anyone from the Cleveland Police Department promised you anything in return for your statement?
Huh?
Has anyone from the Cleveland Police Department promised you anything in return for your statement? Okay. I'm gonna print this up, and then read it, then I'll print the other copies up and just sign it.
Now, where you staying? That's a rehab facility?
Yeah,
How long you
6-month
been
program.
there? 6 months?
Yeah, I've been in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is, it's always because of work. If I call home, somebody call me, tell me somebody got some housing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get out, go. It don't be that big.
Right.
I could have left my program for some bullshit.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go and just do this 6 months.
Okay. How you coming along?
No, I'm fine, man.
Good.
That's what it's about.
We're gonna go to another phase next week.
Just for my curiosity, what got you to smoking? Started you smoking?
Come on, Lori turned everybody out.
Oh.
Lori cheered.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't been around him, I don't think I would have never smoked that shit.
Mm-hmm. You regret smoking it?
Yeah, I regret smoking it. Yeah, I do.
What you think that started Anthony to smoke? Because he, like you said, when you first met him, he wasn't smoking, was he?
No, he wasn't smoking at all. No. Did she start? I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I know she went to jail.
Yeah.
And she called me. I talked to her.
And he was night and day. If he was sober, he was cool. But if he got smoking, he got crazy.
Yeah, he got off the hook, man. Yeah. You spelled her name wrong. That's all right.
Okay.
It's Lori.
Okay. I'll change that right now.
This got no reflection on him, but did he ever ask you to introduce him to any guys? Any men?
He didn't want me to know stuff like that.
Yeah.
He always tried to play the man role when I was around.
Okay.
You know, all about that shit, man.
Yeah.
You gonna talk about me? You gotta get the fuck away from me. You know that.
Curls or something.
Yeah, for real. You start talking that, I'm looking at you like, what?
Man, it's time to go, brother.
Yeah.
You know what? You know that he asked your sister. That's kind of unusual too. He asked his sister to
Lori
take
loves
him to a gay bar.
Yeah. See,
Looked like
Lori
he
loved him too, though. They was a strange pair, man. But she loved him too, but he just started losing it, man.
Looked like he done went to the bar itself
Right.
and left her out the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he felt confident that he would be okay with her. Yeah.
And then he.
I guess that would be
Tell her
like
not to-
asking your wife to get one of her friends for a threesome. You gotta you feel comfortable enough to do that.
And then the ass to stick stuff up his butt. I guess he said he ain't got nothing to lose.
That shit was crazy to tell, man. I had to tell my family.
You said,
what you said? Fish
you
fry.
said, turn it on, huh?
Yeah, I think you plugged the motherfuckers in.
Beat that sucker up.
Wow. She told you she did it too?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
told me I was jugging the motherfuckers. Y'all trying to tag me away. I think you should have just plugged them up. So,
Hey, but like you said, he was getting drunk, so he used it as
yeah, 15. Lori told me he went through that for 15 years.
He ever talk about when he was in the joint with you? Ever say anything?
All he ever said was pretty much like, well, he had connections, he had it going on. I guess so. He was everybody's bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 years in the joint,
Right.
you know. Yeah.
Man.
In your experience in life, you ever heard anybody spending 15 years in the joint for one rape?
No, man.
That's
Well,
a-
I don't.
that's a
it
long
had-
time
It would have
ago.
to be a. Well, he went back. Well, where did he go? She went back what? Early '80s or something like that. That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, man. And just for like, he said it was just trying to get money out of him. So they told this lie on him. But he would never really get into it. That's all he would say was, I was set up, man. So they just told that lie on you. They just sunk your ass for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I thought about that when he took, but he just wouldn't go into detail about it.
Yeah.
When I asked about it, he would jump on another subject, or he would just go the other way.
You ever talk about? He ever talk about before he went to the joint or where he lived and stuff like that?
Huh?
Did he ever talk about where he lived before he went to the joint, anything like that?
I don't know if he ever told me. You know what? He did say something. He did. East Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
He used to live in East Cleveland.
Okay.
All right. Now that's what I know. That's all I know. He
That's
never
it.
talked about nothing else out there. Did it trip me out when I heard his cousin, somebody on TV, talking about how he used to rape her or some shit every day? That boy been sick for a long time. But I guess, the way his mother raised him, she fucked his head up, man. You know? He couldn't go outside and have friends. His mother gave him baby dolls to play with.
That's what he told you?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what he said, yeah. He said his mother said, you don't need no friends. She used to give him baby dolls to play with. And then he used to sit up and say I used to put shit on him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's when me and Lori started to get together and talk to this motherfucker. And I started to think that he got issues.
Is this correct, man?
Yeah, that's all.
And the only thing I changed, I changed your sister's
Yeah,
name up
man.
here.
Oh, okay.
And I put the date at the bottom of this. So I'm gonna print your copies out to sign.
I don't sign this.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna shred that up.
Oh,
I'm gonna shred it. As a matter of fact, you can tear it up yourself.
Did he ever tell you what happened to his mother?
When she worked at Ford or something, she got all. I don't know.
You ever talk about his kids?
No. All I know, you know what I heard? He told me his wife had just died. That's all he ever said.
Ever tell you about his daughter? Anything like that?
Yeah, he talked about her a little bit.
He ever mention her name?
Yeah.
No. But for the most part, he never really talked about much of his past life.
He hated his mother. I think he hated his mother. I mean, he always used to try to laugh and joke it off, but no, he hated his mother because of the way she treated him.
What I need, man, I need your initial at the bottom of each sheet. And then when you get to that last, that's self-explanatory, just answer the question there.
But your opinion of him when he was sober and everything was cool, that he was a pretty intelligent cat.
Oh yeah, man, you get paid what you sit up and talk about, man. You
Really?
know how to do.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Just get cable at one time. You hooking the cable up.
Looking everything up.
Yeah.
take you over there to see this prosecutor. He gave his number and
I
stuff.
have to meet you over there, you guys
Okay.
over there. I
Okay.
gotta take care of the business first, and then I'll just meet you over there.
Okay.
Don't forget you're not gonna come back over here.
No.
No, okay.
Well, if you meet us over there, we won't have to.
Yeah, I'll meet you over there.
Right.
I gotta just take care of these things real quick, and then I'll be over there shortly.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming in, man, you know, get this stuff out the way. I wish we could have got you here a lot sooner, but, you know. It's
Thank you,
still-
sir.
Damn, what was it?
Yeah, we get ready to hit it on the way out now. This question here, you didn't answer that. This one right here. Did you miss it on the rest?
Yeah, I missed one.
I'll sign that later.
Okay, no problem.
I'm gonna make this run right quick, I'll get right back.
Okay.
I'll meet you over there, okay?
All right, brother.
Miss lunch.
Well, after you,
Yeah, lunch started 11:30.
even though you taking care of your business down here? Okay. Take care of this prosecutor. Any questions you got, man? You ask this prosecutor.
I don't know, I don't have to get up on the stairs. That's all I really want.
Interrogation helped to convict Anthony Edward Sowell to the death penalty, but unfortunately, he passed away from an illness.